Hello, this is HR laser machine. Today I will show you how to set up HR 1060 laser machine. First, I would like to introduce the machine for you. In front of the machine, this is the laser machine control panel. It's called RD6445, and the red button at the bottom is the e-stop called emergency button. And this switch on the right is laser switch. You will need to turn it on to start the laser. On the right side of the machine, you will see 5 on the right side of the machine. You will see buttons and data connection socket. The button above is called back outlet switch. It's to control the outlet of the machine at the back. It will control the outlet, this one and this one. This socket on the second position is for connecting your disk, and the socket next to is USB, is for the USB cable connections. At the bottom is the Ethernet cable connection, is for RJ45 cable connection to your laptop. Before we start to use the laser, we need to open the back housing and remove the sponge or foams filled around the laser tube. The sponge or foams are protecting material to keep the laser tube safe during transportation. Now I will open it for you. It's like this. You can see the black sponge are there filled around the laser tube. Now we need to remove them. Here. Laser tube, also the mirror A, was covered by anti-dust bag. You will need to remove it as well. When you remove anti-dust bag of mirror A, I want to highlight something. This gold adjustment knob, you need to take care of them when remove the bag. If the control adjustment knob was misaligned when you remove the bag, it will have problem of the laser pass. So please take care of it when you remove the bag. It's better not to touch anything here of the back. I want to highlight something when you remove back of mirror A. The golden part is adjustment knob. When you remove the back, please take care of it and don't touch it. This related to laser pass. If it was touched or changed, the laser pass will not align. The next, I will open the machine lid and introduce the machine table. The red bed is to hold the machine gantry and laser head was not move around during transportation. And this golden part we call mirror B, and this switch we call X-axis homing switch, and the switch at the bottom we call Y-axis switch. And this part we call mirror C, is right up of the laser nozzle. I will remove the bed and bags for you. After that, I will open the front door and pick the toolbox out of the machine, but the toolbox was on the machine table and hold, so we'll need to pick the power plug and power on the machine and lift the machine table, then pick the toolbox out. You will receive power cable with plug B like this. Or you will have plug type C or E to the machine and hook up the power switch. Connect the plug to your home outlet as well and start the laser. Twist is stop to release. The machine will start. Okay. The machine start. The laser head will go to its home on the left top, and this switch called X homing switch need to be triggered. Also, the Y homing switch need to be triggered. That means the laser head finds its origin at the top left. This is the motion origin, and then the laser head will go to the work origin and anywhere you set. Then you will need to move the machine table up and pick the toolbox out. I want to highlight this is autofocus, the probe. When you lift the machine table up, please make sure the honeycomb cell will not to or go over the autofocus probe. If the probe was get stuck into the honeycomb cell, the autofocus may be damaged. Press it up and hold to lift the platform. Okay, I start the machine table at this position, so less than 5 millimeters distance between the probe and the honeycomb table. We need to start. We need to stop here to keep the autofocus safe. Then we will need to pick the toolbox out from the machine. The steps are: move the print head to the top and remove the honeycomb table, and we need to cut the zip tie of the honeycomb. Remove the honeycomb table. This is a dual platform laser model. If you receive the model without knife blade, you can lift the platform, the machine table, and pull out the toolbox from the front door. You don't need to remove the honeycomb tables. Before lift the machine table, move the laser head to the interval between two blades. It will prevent the autofocus from damage of the blades. Okay, and we lift the machine table. When you feel there's enough space, you can pull the toolbox out by hand, then stop the lifting actions. After toolbox moved, you need to take care of the laser head and the blades. If you move the laser head now, left and right, it will the blades may damage the laser head by the left and right collisions. So the correct way is to leave the motion table down to avoid the collisions. Now you can see we have so much space between the laser nozzle and the blades, so it will not impact the movement of laser head. Hello, this is demo video how to install HL laser machine faithfully and start it. From the back. In the process, we have 7 steps to go and finish in 5 minutes. For the first step, we will connect water chiller to laser machine. From the back of the laser machine, we need to pull out the water pipe. The water pipe was inserted in this hole and pull it out. Let's look at this connection chart. From the side HL laser cutter, the water in means the into water. Need to connect to the water out. And water out from the HL laser cutter connect to the water in of water chiller. Okay, so we connect the into water or water in to the water out or outlet of the water chiller, and then out water or water out to the chiller water in or inlet. Into air, this means connecting air pump. Sometimes we need to connect it for some material cuttings. The second step, connect the power outlet. For different countries, we have different type of plug. For example, most of the European countries use this kind of plug. We call the plug type E or C. For United States, Japan and Canada, we provide this kind of plug. We call plug I. Also because in US, Canada and Japan, the voltage is 110, so we will use the transformer like this one to enable the power transform to 220, enable the machine work properly. For people in Australia, we also use this kind of plug called plug type I, and for the voltage between 220 to 240. Okay, then I make an example to connect the power to the machine, and the other side to the transformer, and the plug to the power outlet. This is for machine works in the United States. Chiller. We have the water chiller for the dedicated country. It means if you are in the United States or Canada, the water chiller is 110 or 120. If you are in Europe, the voltage is 220, and for the Australia is the 240. So chiller connection is very simple, direct to the power outlet. It's okay. For power, for the laser machine accessories like air compressor or the exhaust fan, we suggest to connect to the back outlet of the machine, and we cannot connect water chiller on the back like the in discharge shield. After that, I hook up the power switch, also power plug for water chiller connected. Before I hook up power for the water chiller, we need to fill some coolant or distilled water, and make sure the water level on the green portion, like here. And now the water level is in maybe near the middle of the total gauge. Okay, now I hook up switch and see. The water chiller is working now to cool the temperature, the coolant in the laser tube. A tip to highlight: in normal process, we will wait 8 to 10 minutes to get the temperature going down, and also we need this kind of waiting to make sure the air bubble inside the laser tube was exhausted. Air bubble is very harmful to laser tube, because if you use the laser and the air bubble may have the different heat transfer ratio than the coolant or distilled water. It may cause the tube crack or break down. After the chiller is ready, then I twist the e-stop. This will allow the laser to be active. Now the laser head was resetting to the origin. Once it's done, it will go to the work origin and stop. On the right side panel, there are 3 sockets over there. The first one is the U-disc. That means you can insert the U-disc with the cutting file. And the second one is the USB. This is for the USB cable connection to your laptop. The last one is the Ethernet. Ethernet is to connect the RJ45 cable to your computer. Okay, now I insert my U-disc to the machine. For control panel, press the button fire and choose the. Okay, we pick the U-disc and read the file. Okay, in the file list we choose one and copy to the control card. Okay, this is the file we will make the demo. The 6th step is place material, position, set the work origin and autofocus. Okay, now for example, I move the laser head to the position I start cutting, and then I will press the origin.
那一般事先对焦。
The tip here about the autofocus. The autofocus must over the material, otherwise the autofocus cannot be finished. The pin will get stuck into the honeycomb. If you place material like this, the edge is not cover the autofocus. That's not correct. This is correct. After material placed, press focus to enable the focus to align the focal length. Okay, press enter to confirm. Okay, the autofocus switch active, and the autofocus will going down. Okay, it will stop when the material arrives the focus range. Then next, move the laser head to the workpiece origin. In this case, I move the laser head to the left top of the material. Okay, and now now I press origin to define the workpiece origin. Press the fire button to open the file for the demo cuttings. Last step, I will close the machine lid. Please make sure the switch, the red switch, was active. I mean the press it down and the switch was active. That's the safety interlock to make sure laser won't hurt people. Insert the key, laser key, and turn on it. Okay. Okay, now the last thing we need to do is to press the start button to start the laser machine to cut. Okay. Okay, thanks. This is the demo for the HL laser machine operation.